I just don't do it.
And then I'm like, I had the flu.
Doesn't sound like
She has sciatica.
Doesn't sciatica.
I tried to tell her that. She told the doctor, he goes, you don't have sciatica.
Yeah, you end up with pneumonia.
He's stupid.
Bronchitis, they come and he doesn't do anything.
No, she hurt so bad that day, Tim, she was having so much trouble where she was just falling. She actually needed to be put on a steroid pack.
Yeah, my leg,
She was just falling.
collapsed out
Is that
front of
let's
me.
cover all?
There's no limbs covered. Wake up, boy.
Is it on?
What is she doing?
Yeah, Roger, you just mad about the time you took me to Kmart and tried to be rude and leave me. I was trying to get in the car, and then Roger drive up a little bit, and I tried to get in the car again, Roger drive up again.
About that time Janie pulls
She walked up to the door.
out the damn car!
She had a gun in her purse.
Something,
She walked in the store with a damn gun in her
something
purse.
obviously the authorities didn't know about when she got a permit.
No kidding.
Well, that was before they even invented the permit thing. Roger, do you remember how rude you were?
I was just playing.
No, we were over it by the tampons in old Kotex, and you were telling me pick up some douche or something. You did.
You ought to just whip his back.
I pulled a gun on him.
I can make a mention on that. I can make it
What is,
And then you drove. You were with Kimmy.
You're just too sensitive.
You, you were with Kim, and you were both starting in on me. So, and I kept all the way down.
Fall down. I'll throw up on you.
Or worse.
Pass gas.
Your own little.
And I learned how to. Howard Stern, and I want to show it.
Do you?
Yeah. Sometimes.
I don't ever figure it out.
He's disgusting.
Yep.
He's had a couple of funny ones.
You just remember you're being recorded.
Is that thing on?
What? That's got a red light on it.
Hey,
Does that mean it's
I
all
guess that
right?
means it's on.
When, have you been fishing lately?
Yeah,
Yesterday.
We need to catch all this on video. We can send it to America's Funniest Home Videos.
I didn't know you were in town.
No.
I
Does
didn't.
that hurt? Does that hurt?
Nails? You said
No.
that
You don't have any nails. Yeah, use your nails. Ooh. What do you do? Buy some?
Did Dave?
Very good, Kelly. Fake nails.
Get away.
Kim, get back over there.
Yeah, get back over there.
I sit over there.
I make sure you weren't in it.
Oh, good.
So you got
You're gonna have
your flu
about-
shot? Was it too late to give
Yeah,
flu
you're gonna end up having about 3 hours to take me and Maynard here on it.
Oh, won't that be lovely?
I wanted to have some pictures of mine.
You got it hanging down the hall, right?
I tried to get him to give me.
I'll give
Is
you
it wide angle?
Show this down the hall.
One of his photographic pictures.
Yeah.
Just take care of your patients, buddy.
Okay.
No pig.
I wouldn't have made rounds on those patients that had good insurance.
Oh, you're a
I
smart
did.
man. You're a smart man.
I did. This was a
You
rare.
gotta start making payments on that plane.
This was a rare day. I actually this week have
Yeah,
had 8
choose a
different
plane.
patients
You got a
with
plane.
plain, standard, run-of-the-mill Blue Cross.
Oh, standard.
This week I've had that many.
Standard.
Oh,
I hadn't
Tim.
seen that many. I
I
hadn't
haven't
seen
had
that.
a,
You got a much bigger one now.
Let's see.
I hadn't had a private
got your
insurance
small one.
hospital patient in several years.
The last 2 weeks that I've been home, it's been about 50%.
Roger, you don't have hospital
I've been that
patients.
way.
Got that?
Hardly ever,
I just
Roger.
turned in a bunch of, every weekends I'm on
You
call.
had to survive on
And what was even
hospital.
best
You'd
was
be starved to
I had a
death.
jail patient on
Keep us out of the
jail.
hospital.
They pay bill charges.
Yeah, they do.
Jail does.
That's what we used to get at Marlin.
But I give them. They want me to come over and be the new jail doctor. They're putting in another 100 beds in jail.
They got little
It'll be-
babies out there.
It'll be a 199 bed jail.
You get a lot
And
of-
they've been paying the guy $30,000 a year to do it. And I said, you
You get a
get
lot
that.
of malingerers and
All the time.
fakers.
I told them I'd take
He
care
can
of
roll
all
over now,
their
Jane.
patients
He
in
can
the
roll over
jail.
now.
And if they get admitted to the hospital, I'll take care of all
He
of them.
can roll
But
over
I'm
by
gonna want to pay
himself.
about $60,000 a year to do that.
Turn this off.
Oh, they want to pay you like
She
a,
wants the video camera
straight-
off.
No, they've been paying
Salary,
They've
they
been
want
paying
me-
$30,000 to the other doctor. And he quit.
How much left this ball game?
they want gonna pay you and you take care of any problem, right?
It's not, you
No
don't get,
additional fee to you.
Angela really wants.
So essentially, it's a capitated fund.
Yeah. Well, it's just a salary plan.
That's what she loves.
You're not even in it.
Salary plan.
okay.
You're not,
It's not-
it's just
It's not
right here.
capped, it's not based on
Right,
the jail
I've
pay.
already attacked him.
You were,
It's
it's,
got you when you jumped on. Don't matter how many patients you
it's just Maynard, Dad, and Carol.
Oh,
When
sure,
they're-
no.
when you take care of them in the
Turn it over
hospital, the
yonder way.
hospital could be,
No.
but you, it's free.
Oh.
Well, if they want to pay me $60,000 a year, I'll do it. Then they come with that, but we don't have any funding, you know, one of the largest tax base.
Yeah, that's the whole economy of Texas,
Where's
is our
all that
damn
lottery
church.
money going to?
It's county money, Roger.
What are you singing, dear? Amazing Grace.
Well, the county gets money from the
You're
state.
still, I'm sure.
She could be singing Marilyn Manson.
Well, they got in trouble letting one die in the hospital with that. They didn't, he was sick, they didn't.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with it. There's so many malingers and everything, you gotta
That's why you
believe them
have to
every
be
now and
careful.
then.
You gotta be careful.
This one on the ventilator was a fake. Went to court, had a spell. That's what it was. They arraigned her, and then she, what I think happened is they arraigned her, they got stopped coming through the county. Like, the county's real good at stopping black people from marijuana. I don't know how they do it. That's how they caught Bam Morris, just decided to stop him. These people had 165 pounds of marijuana with them. It was her and her boyfriend. The boyfriend copped a deal with him, said that he'd turn over who he was going to sell it to. He left her there. He plea bargained, left her in jail. He went back to like Kentucky or somewhere. So after they arraigned her, she apparently collapsed and had this seizure-like activity. And paramedics, they got that, they said she wasn't incontinent. You know, she hadn't hit her head. They said they were able to hold her head perfectly still while she was flailing everything else. And then they got wild. I didn't give her some Versed, and they told me that she was apneic before they gave her the Versed. Well, of course she was. She was holding her breath. Then they gave her the Versed. Then she really became apneic. So when she got to the emergency room, she's the same way, so they intubated her. There's nothing wrong with her, honestly, other than she didn't want to go to jail.
Why do you think people are
Special Commissioner, I'm sure that's a military operation there.
That used to be the easiest place to fly anything like that.
Well, it was at least away from the water.
Yeah.
The other one, you know, you go around.
Oh, I'm used to doing that, all the plates up there.
Up and down. That's what I want, helicopter. Go up and down.
No, really, I mean, I can probably follow that. They're expensive. Helicopters, oh, yeah, helicopters are expensive.
It is $100,000?
Yeah, you can, well, get one for $100,000.
Pastels, I use those in class, portrait pastels. Trying to get better with pastels.
Roger told me just learn to fly ultralight, jump off the top of the house.
Yeah, I got a pencil. I did a pencil, giant pencil.
We can call Matt, we'll fly back, that's flying
Tried to
Waco.
Madison Cooper.
It's hard. It's hard.
Fly back.
What top plane do you have? Still sketch
About a Piper chair. Supposed to go pick it up in Fort Lauderdale
What all
next
did your
week.
dad have? He had,
the art lessons about. Daddy had a Stinson.
we had 5 at one time.
And
Roger, what,
What,
was it
the
Piper
Piper
eight?
Cub?
Office down on 25th Street.
Piper Cub?
It's a building. It's Don Mayer.
You know,
That was a
Mother
workhorse
Daddy
for
didn't know he
Brian.
flew.
If you did
Mother Daddy
that,
didn't know he flew.
Tim,
That he was calling.
you did that picture that you bought, of the little girl has a hat on.
He's not bad.
Oh, have you seen that picture?
Yeah, I did, yeah, it's good. He
No,
is good.
Roger, that's one of his worst ones.
Oh, really?
You should see his good stuff, baby. He does, his artwork is very similar to Rembrandt when he does portraits. It's like a Rembrandt. He
I think
uses
that's
those
a catch.
old world colors.
I believe he had it when he hit
That's a
it.
catch.
He is
Just boil it in.
He makes it look like pie
You see it, Bob?
But
That's
see, I'm
not-
kind of
Do
afraid.
you
That's not
just
nice.
lease the plane right now?
Maybe better.
Or you on,
Do they teach our?
Yeah, I'm gonna lease it for the first 6 months
He,
because the one I really wanted is is an Archer
He's
2,
having
which is
having a
a
lot of
turbo,
emotional problems right now.
turboprop.
There's something about a true
But
artist.
friends of mine told me that it's not smart when you first get one to get one with such power.
and they don't become famous unless
The
they
one-
die.
the
one you have now belongs
Yeah, I'm worried about Mel's whether
the one
it's
you would
really-
drive tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fly.
Oh, yeah, I get it from the airport.
Yeah, there is.
There's
In
one
fact, I read about a
that
couple
we
more.
He is,
rent from them,
Huh.
like 50 an hour.
is he local artist? He's local. He's not from like.
Does it
he
take
used
long to
be
get
the-
your license?
He used to do all kinds of design.
Right now, I'm still working getting mine. I'll probably have it by the end of January.
Yeah, he did everything.
And would have had it a lot
He's a
quicker than
graphic
that,
artist also.
but weather.
He did,
Yeah.
he
I
did
couldn't fly
graphic
every day.
design for Rachel.
I've only been able to fly about 50% of the time.
But
How
his
many hours
true
of
love
flying
is
do you
abstract
have?
art. Oh, really?
Do you have to have to get your
He
license?
can
How long
make
of
a,
hours?
he can.
I mean, more do I have to have? I have to have
Bit, no, max total
It'd
hours.
have 40 total hours, 20
Whole
dual
house
with an
is on
instructor,
this and off the
and
other
20
day.
solo.
His daughter's friends with Vanessa. And their house looks like a big art.
Wow.
Nice. But Dawn Magic was one I always want to take. I want to take Life Project.
Yeah.
And it'll go a lot quicker when I get my plane, because I don't have to worry about his schedule. That's been the main thing.
He recently got a new building down on 25th Street.
Oh, did he?
I couldn't fly yesterday because
The lesson hours are still the same,
spots were all booked.
but there's more room.
Now,
And
on your lessons, like it's all turboprop, what is that?
All regular ass
parts
parts.
and oils.
Okay. But what if you,
A lot
I
better.
still want to have
like,
to do the learn.
fly jet, you'd have to go
You have to get a
to
jet,
different type.
jet rating. Right, but once you're a private pilot, you're rated single engine, multi-engine, and jet.
I see.
And if you've got a single engine rating, any single engine plane, you could fly. But the smart thing to do is to get checked out in it before you do. Fly with someone else a couple
Well,
times.
that plane, like, if the engine went out.
Just don't pull a
you could line
John
it down.
Denver.
Yeah.
If you can
It's
find
got
a
an 8
Did Manny
to
tell you
1
what
glide
her,
ratio. So
Manny tell you what her uncle did here?
at about 8,000 feet, you can glide 13 miles.
Did Manny tell you what her uncle did here?
Which one?
Mike, John's older brother. He was landing. That whole family real bad, but just landing in pasture. And he was landing in pasture. It was real wet.
Bogged down, went in, and
I think it made the shortest one.
Did he walk away
why was
from
he
it?
landing?
He's flying from Houston, land out in Falls County in some, one of their pastures.
Well, they teach you to do it.
There's a little runway over.
But
at
usually that's
Marvin,
emergency
and,
landing.
Dr.
They flew
Smith.
that way.
Yeah, there's the Marlin.
Dr. Smith still has a plane over there, the hangar.
Yeah, but Marlin has an airport
He's
down
got a
there.
nice one,
It's a
yeah.
little, we
They've got
drove over
hangars,
there, it's
Charlie.
a small strip.
Yeah, Marlin has an airport. It's a non-towered airport.
It's a nice one.
Yeah,
Dr.
'cause I'm
Smith
a-
keeps his over there, he's got a hangar for you.
Because if I'd had my license and my plane, that's what I would have flown down. I wouldn't have driven down. A lot safer doing that to get on the dang traffic.
Roger, I bet
Oh,
Dr. Smith
I
let
we
me
were
fly
at
with him.
standstill in Fort Worth coming in.
Were you? Did y'all get a couple of standstills on your way in around west also?
No,
We did twice.
Between Northcrest and West was real bad Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yesterday afternoon, about 3 o'clock. It was bad. It was already bad.
Oh, we just,
It's
I
a
mean,
problem.
we were just parked on, coming in Fort Worth and Decatur on 287 park. Didn't
Now,
matter.
Roger, what I gotta find, I need to find one nursing home
Does Carol take any
that has
interest
an
in
airport
learning
near it,
flying?
and maybe a couple of ERs, and that way I'll do that once a month, go out there and write it all off as business.
Oh, I think I lucky, I mean,
I've already got the nursing home lined up, the problem is they want me to take care of all the patients there. You know?
Talk about polypharmacy, my
Oh,
God.
I know. My first thing I do is I go in there and stop all the medicines. Right now I've got about 150 nursing home patients. There's 600 in the 3 nursing homes around us. and I have a geriatric nurse practitioner that works with me.
Isn't it true you want a lot of
And,
dressing to go home with you?
Well, I want a reasonable amount.
I mean, you like it real well, though.
Yeah, but not a huge amount.
But he wanted something like.
I don't want 5 gallons to go home. The dogs will eat it. Moose loves dressing.
One of my best friend's doctors, that's still on airplane. He had a little one, and went and bought one that was, I guess he was him and his wife, and I guess he just was overflying it. That's all they could figure out.
Problem is doctors go out and buy too much airplane.
That's what he done, see, he had a little one, and he went out and bought this
Well, I know a doctor ain't gonna be buying anything.
first or second deal.
He's not even gonna be buying a remote
Muskogee.
control.
Yeah.
And he just, the best, he
Cause I
just
sold that one.
overflew.
Well, the errors they say the doctors make, they say they get in a hurry,
He took his butt
they
to
fly in
Caribbean
conditions
and
that they
left me
shouldn't
and
fly
Robbie
in.
The
with.
weather was
I
good.
put
And they
that
fly in
airplane in
planes
the
that they
back of
shouldn't
the
be
car
flying.
with all his
The plane
planes
they
up.
shouldn't
We
be.
You
just
see, that's what I was gonna buy
7-Eleven,
first was a
some
plane I
guy
shouldn't
I heard
have
you
bought.
say that, it made me think of that.
And a friend of mine said,
Teach
no,
him to
you
leave
need
me.
to stay below 200 horsepower.
Some foreign
I don't know
country.
how, but this dude, the plane's dirty on it.
Really? Why? Because you're not experienced enough for that kind of power. There was a beach craft the other day at the airport where I fly out of that the guy always comes in real fast. There was no wind to slow him down. It's a 3,000-foot runway. About halfway down, he knew he was going too fast, locked all of his brakes up, blew out 2 tires, and at the very end of the runway was able to slide into the mud to stop.
She's kind of Charlie Marie.
So he was at the end of the pattern, single engine barrel. He was at the end of the, we were just starting into the pattern and he was just landing. And we didn't notice anything about it. We saw him on the end of the runway and his hangar's right in there. We thought he just left the plane there to do something. And so then he called, he heard us say he blew out his tires. And he didn't want us to land. We said, no, we'll land well short of you.
Feel better?
But at about 1,500 feet, all you can see
Berman,
is
I ain't.
just 2 tire marks all the way down. And so he just has too much plane for him to fly.
Sounds good,
That's what happened
Vanessa.
with Roger, Doc Roger.
I always thought that if you had a twin engine, at least if one engine went out, you had the other one.
You would.
But
Sure would be hard to fly though.
what's the lowest horsepower they have on a twin engine?
Oh, I don't know, most of those twin engine planes are about probably 300 horsepower, probably 2 150s on each side. Mine's 150 horsepower.
Tim, isn't the upkeep like extremely expensive?
No, not really. It's about, on this plane, it's about $18 an hour.
How many hours will they have to go through it?
How many what?
Hours will they have to go through it?
2,000 is what's recommended, but all you have to do really is just do compression tests on the cylinders, and if they have compressions in the 70s or so, you don't
Yeah,
have to
somebody
redo
go
it.
through there and make sure those bolts are tightened every now and then.
A plane that actually
Rivets?
it's actually flown, if a plane actually needs to be flown frequently, or else they need to be replaced a lot.
But you'll fly it pretty often.
Once a year, it has to
Hey,
go
Mandy's got a
through an annual.
Mandy's got a real neat hunting place that she can fly to down in Del Rio, Jim.
Yeah, they've got a runway.
They got the runway and everything for it.
It's not a paved runway.
It's a commercial. They bring people from all over the world to hunt down there.
Those are usually long runways, those places too, because they bring in those king ears.
Mandy's got to. Mandy's got to.
None of them look long enough.
How long did you stay down there?
6 days.
She stayed down there 6 days.
None of them look long enough.
You know, that
She
Dad
slept
used
with
to
some
take
guy
places
down there,
there is no
but
climb up.
just because they didn't have no beds,
That
right?
makes it sound so bad.
They all camped out. I mean,
One over at Greenville, the airport over at Greenville has
Mom, did Dad have a basket on his plane?
175-foot wide,
You know, when Dad used to take patients
Runways
up to home,
that are
did he
mile
have a
long.
basket on his plane?
Greenville, 175-foot wide runway. They're a
Bed?
mile long. Now, you go in
Yeah,
and
just
here, then you go back to
kinda
Rockwall, it has
just back
50-foot wide
You
runway.
might, Dad, or you,
It's 3,000
did he put him inside the
And it's
plane?
like you're landing on a little one-lane road.
Yeah.
Side of it.
Did he put him inside the plane?
First couple of times you look at it and you go, man, that's so
it'd be
narrow.
like remember landing in Montserrat?
Yeah.
Remember Montserrat?
That's what this would probably be like when you get the
His
ranch.
Like, you
his
don't, there's
money
no
and his
airport
time.
Montserrat anymore?
No, all you got's a lot of ash.
The only way you get into Montserrat is take a boat, a ferry from Antigua to Montserrat.
Or a helicopter.
Yeah.
Montserrat is
Yep.
not the Montserrat.
They're letting them come.
Don't let him come back now.
He had a race car, but did he own half of it or the whole thing? Or
He had another fellow.
he ended up on a race car?
There wasn't much that, in fact, Roger, what was it you said the other day, that Tim reminded you a whole lot of your father? That's what he said. He said, Tim reminds me a whole lot of my dad.
Daddy even had a motorcycle.
I know.
Yeah, Daddy.
See, I'll be safe. I won't have, well, I can't say that I haven't had sort of a race car with that Ferrari.
Yeah, I told him at work about that. I said,
Yeah, who's
yeah.
got the stealth? Did you get rid
I
of it?
got rid of it.
Oh, that's what I want. I want stealth.
They don't make big ones.
Yeah, I don't want to use
Really?
They make the 3000.
I like the four-wheel independent solution, or whatever it's called.
Now, how come John Denver ended up dead in his plane?
Experimental plane.
He was probably stoned.
When you have an amateur that... when you have
He
an
was on a
amateur-
Rocky Mountain high.
He had too much Coors and too much of that Colorado grown marijuana.
You know, that was a neat looking
You
plane.
recognize the shirt?
I love those little cute, small.
It was pretty.
We saw one, when we came in the other day, one was landing. It's like, no.
just like what he
Yeah,
had.
it's got a canard on
She's out
it.
there, she's out there practicing music for you.
Well, if the winds go up over 40 miles an hour, you may have hell trying to land it on.
That's right. Little bitty light things.
You see
Well,
that?
the guy got out of the back of it, the plane goes, tips over like this.
Wow.
But then when you have to have them balanced for the pilot, that's not too much for
What do you
me.
think about, what is the kind that John's doing, John Kennedy's doing, John Jr.? He's doing the kind that's got those little kite looking like wings.
Ultralight?
Ultralights, yeah.
They have a little
scary?
lawnmower with
A lot.
wings.
It is a lot more with wings.
What about this skip plane they're working on that's gonna fly? How many, you get across the United States in just 30 minutes or so, and you go, they call it a skip
She's
plane.
outside.
They get so high, they gotta go way
Did
up,
she go out this way
and
or
it jets, and then it lets off, and it skips along like a little rock on the road.
Huh.
Yeah, they
They
do
got a brand,
100,000
brand new one out now that
Yeah.
has a parachute built into the plane.
Yeah.
If you lose an engine, you have a structural failure, the plane
Here she
has a
comes.
parachute. It's supposed to be the safest aircraft ever built. And they're not that expensive either. They're
I don't know why they,
passenger plane.
I don't know why they haven't done that years ago. I don't know why that hasn't been the law.
But they say this is the safest plane. It doesn't fly as fast as it should because of the parachute. I wouldn't care.
I don't know why these little planes don't have a parachute where they can just drop it. If something happens, all you gotta do is pull it. Goes out.
I'm afraid I'd want one in the cabin with me if I was, even if I had my
I
life.
had one that was so particular about his socks.
Which you might land on top of the wrong thing, but
You think
at
so
least you
cute.
come down without killing yourself.
Well,
But I never did figure out why they don't have a parachute in for a small plane. I realize it's kind of big one, but it's a small
oh
plane.
yeah, heck yeah.
A big parachute, you know, all you gotta
I
do
think
when you get in
sometimes
trouble is
people,
pull it.
I think sometimes people overload them.
That's a big problem.
Get four big guys in there in one of these small planes, plus their luggage. That's just,
See, with full
That's what happened to
capacity,
Buddy Holly.
with the full capacity of fuel, the plane that I'm buying will you can only carry 600 pounds payload with you.
huh.
You know, so you have to. That's a big problem is they'll overload them.
There was a deal on TV about a guy that had been trained, he was a pilot for like 10 to 18 years in the Air Force, and he would fly people up to Alaska and stuff. Well, he took his, I think it was his brother-in-law and two other guys, and they wanted to just fly around the mountain before they went and landed at camp. And he took them up through the mountains and stuff, and there was some path that was called no return or something like that. And they said, why do they call that? And they said, because nobody ever returns from it. We went through there, and somehow the air just pushed it down.
It's a problem that they
They
have.
crashed. Two of them died. One of them died. He had a broken back, and the other one died of just internal injuries.
Like in Southern California with those Santa Ana winds. I mean, that's where a lot of people die in that because they get in that crosswind, and you'd think that the tolerable crosswinds for an airplane would be pretty good, but like in the plane I'm flying in now, 18 knots.
Oh, really?
That's what their tolerance is for true crosswinds.
What does that translate as?
About 18 knots, about 18 knots. You know, that's not that strong of a crosswind. Of course, if you think about it, you know, if you think about it, all you would have to do is just you just fly at an angle. But you'd think that they'd tolerate more than that.
This, you know, the Coast Guard came with helicopters and they couldn't land. And the dumb bugs, these are Army helicopters, emergency type crews and stuff. I don't know if it's Coast Guard or Army, but anyway, helicopters got there, they couldn't land, they couldn't drop anybody down, the wind was so high. They didn't bring any stuff with them, no sleeping bags, no lanterns, no supplies.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid.
I hope somebody got their butt chewed just real good. That's so stupid.
Oh, yeah,
And these two guys, they finally, about 4 or 5 mountain climbers challenged, they call themselves the crazy something or other. Anyway, about 4 or 5 guys
I remember reading about
climbed
that.
up there and rescued them.
Yeah, I remember reading about
Rescued these two
that.
guys. And it was, you know, they risked their lives to save these 2 guys that had crashed in this airplane.
Yeah.
And even the airplane took a tumble, Tim. They were real scared because the wind kept blowing and blowing and blowing. And they were finally, they were in it one time and it started tumbling and just somehow, by a miracle, stopped. I think the tires stopped it or something. You know, the flat tires or something.
A fumble.
From going off a cliff.
That was so stupid.
What is this tag game?
He tried to pitch it out. Just pitching a good tackle.
Yeah. Did you hear about Aaron's game? This team that they play for regionals, Galveston Christian, or Galveston Heritage, they hadn't been beat this year. They hadn't been behind. And they came out and we drove down to the 5-yard line and they decided to go for a touchdown instead of kicking a field goal. Didn't make it. They swapped touchdowns a couple times.
How stupid. That is so
And
stupid.
then Rockwall
You got
put
3
it to
blue
them.
shirts
They
around
were
and he
ahead by
tries to
13
hand it off.
points and a half.
Well, they run into each other.
They were
I mean, you got 3 blue
winning
shirts around you, that's not the time to do something like that.
and they threw 3.
It's a great play if you got an opening.
This little black kid who was stretched totally out every single time. And they beat him by 4 points. They lost right at the end.
Who lost right there, Aaron's team or?
Aaron's team. So this Saturday that team plays for the state title. And
Go ahead and involve.
they went from the first 3 games, first 4 games I watched them play where they got beat so bad, it was like, man, this is going to be a long year. But they really turned around.
One guy that's got two, James Parker.
Y'all lost 2 this week, right?
What time were you in that A&M Texas game?
Tomorrow.
What time? 10 a.m.
Is that long?
What time's the Cowboy game?
That's 3 o'clock.
Oh, really?
So next. Traffic in Austin was.
You know something, 1 point, something yards per carry. 18 carries, 24 yards.
Is that what it is? For Barry Sanders? That's what the score's on the 13-13.
24 yards and 18 carries.
That's a long bad to Alpha, isn't it?
I had to go out and see this gentleman that lived off of Crawford exit. Apparently,
Oh, God, what a play.
Yeah, they should keep it in the center of the field, eat up some time. You know what beat them? They scored twice on Gardner and I kept telling them, I said, you see that onside guard, step back and pull, push him down. They've never seen it. Guy went untouched every time. Because what they did, they'd send everybody, they'd send everybody to the right.
He barely got it.
Oh, it's close.
He barely got it. Takes our curving to the right real fast.
He just missed the last one, didn't he? To the right.
I think he had like 23 straight kicks without a miss until that last one.
Who is it? He got his feathers back now? Well, he told him I'd take the time.
Oh, we took it off the other night, and by the time we got it off and put the thing over here and the bolts, he's already put them out.
Chuck's gonna leave it up.
Daddy, you know what I have to do at night, you know when it's cold, when they sleep, and my parents sleep in the den?
Yeah.
I have to sleep downstairs with them.
Why? They squat?
They got up during the night one night.
I thought
all
she
lights
said
off.
parents.
They got up during the night, walked into the kitchen, started working on the wood cabinet doors, 8 wood cabinet doors, and they got it open and they crawled inside the cabinet.
Are you serious?
And left a poop trail all through the place. It's like
You need to get them one of those big wrought iron cages.
2 little children.
Wrought iron cages are about $1,000.
That's what I need.
You've seen them before in the parent thing.
They've got them there in Waco.
They're nice. Boy, they're expensive.
Yeah.
You probably end up going to one of the wrought iron places and having them
I
make
want to
you
have one
one.
made.
Have it make you one cheaper than you can buy one.
Well, I want
But the
to,
problem is getting it in the house after.
what I want to do is enclose my very back one in glass. Just let that be there.
Well, what are you gonna put around it? You gonna put wood in there?
No, you can't have wood. You cannot use wood.
Oh.
There's a,
Well, they could fly into the glass.
This is a new development.
they can't fly.
You want to set new.
They've got an outside code.
Moose has got where he'll sleep inside every night now.
We gotta get Moose some clothes
Yeah, the
together.
whole deal, but they couldn't do it.
Now, what is Moose?
Something about his heart.
My greyhound.
He adopted a greyhound.
They're
Moose,
great.
Moose's bed's in there in one of the rooms. We had to make a cover for Moose's
Great
bed.
dogs.
Well, a name like Moose, I guess I expected
Moose's
something
bed's quite big.
hairier than a greyhound.
Something what?
Hairier.
No, he's not hairy, that's for sure.
No,
He's
not
big. He
his
weighs,
greyhound.
he weighs about 80 pounds.
I still think we ought to make
Stands
like
about that tall.
leopard or some kind of exotic skin thing for his bed.
Very well behaved, well trained.
So his cross.
But we gotta have some clothes for Moose. He gets awfully cold in the winter.
Yeah.
No body fat. Yeah.
I've gotta make him some kind of moose
Moose
clothes.
outfit.
His
If I
racing
had-
name was Calorie Burner.
Oh, is it?
Calorie Burners.
If I had Moose in my house for a day or so, I'd have him in the wardrobe made.
Oh, he'd stand there while you're
He
sewing.
would do it.
Whenever we went to leave, right before we got ready to leave, he went upstairs with Mason's room hide. And then Kelly was calling him, he wouldn't come down, he wouldn't go outside.
Of course, it wasn't all that.
Did he potty
It's the
train?
best way to go, though.
I wouldn't mind having something like that.
Oh, they're great. And then what I do, in the morning I
I'd have
get
to
up,
have a lot of
I
room.
guess 3 weeks.
you get plenty of room. Outside? They don't do that much room outside.
Really?
Uh-uh. You just need to have a way to where that they can't get out of your yard if you're gonna have them
But I just
outside.
wondered what do you,
Because they don't care about traffic.
I didn't want to look.
They never look.
I wouldn't mind if he could live in the house and he just tell me when you need to go fishing.
If he needs to, he'll start whining. In the middle of the night, if we don't let him out, he'll start whining. He'll come in there right beside me and start whining and we'll let him out.
Hey, Roger, I'm gonna get a greyhound.
They're great.
Greyhound, they're nice dogs.
Yes.
Very good with kids.
But I just wondered
Yeah,
what kind
real
of
sweet.
I mean, if the little
I'm gonna
kittens,
give me a greyhound and a rabbit.
if the kittens come in into his room when he's eating, he'll walk out.
Oh, really?
If the kittens come in there, he's gonna walk out.
Oh, I gotta tell you something about the parrots and the baby. The parrots do not like the baby.
You
I
gotta be
asked the
careful.
vet about it. The vet said,
I'll go, you going?
I'm gonna sit right here by you, Mayor.
they're like my baby.
I can't, Mayor. I'm sitting with John, too. John, give me a moment, I promise. He knocks me around every once in a while.
Here's what happened. If the baby's in there, they start sparking.
You get very bad with it, they call me, they'll say, you know it's a lie.
I'll check it with
It
others.
has to get louder than the baby. The baby gets louder than the
Check
baby.
my own
Right,
breed.
that's what it gets.
When did Dallas play?
The decibel level is so high.
You gotta be careful with them.
You gonna bet on
Oh, they
them
can't let
down
him around the baby.
Tim, can I have the t-shirt card? Aaron needs to get his shirt up.
God, look at your face.
Since he has no shirt left on, he's gonna get it.
Well, what happened?
I like that, Tim. Tim doesn't even ask.
Roger,
Hold your foot down, honey, you're not used to that.
What's he doing?
Yes?
He's
You're out
gonna
of shape,
drive.
Robert. Your face is real
Robert?
red. What are you about?
Cool
Look at your
down,
face.
Robert, you're
Your face
burning
is real
up.
red, Robert.
hey, come here, tell Aunt Jane what you do when you get embarrassed.
Like,
Watch out.
Totally.
Cool.
no, but
All the
Why
way
don't you join the
down.
lead since they're trying to embarrass you? Don't you hate that when they do that?
his face is yeah, getting
Oh,
red.
I'm
I'm
not
not embarrassed.
They intend-
No, but really though, we play a lot of games. I'm not out of shape anymore. I'm actually doing a walking like
Come here,
this.
come here,
At
pull
the
your
end
shirt
of-
up. Come here, pull your
I
shirt
pull my
up.
shirt
I
up.
want you to show Tim.
Tim, what?
Come here, show
Tim,
Tim.
what?
Just thank you, Robert. embarrassing him.
Mother.
Leave him alone.
I enjoy it. Where's my sister?
He come through and live with me.
I haven't seen him.
He's outside with the,
He come through and live. We'll lease him out, upstairs.
You got a good school up there?
Yeah. You think I'll take the LSAT in Los Angeles?
I think you best not take the LSAT at all.
Well,
You
I was
just
supposed to
play
take
Tim, I got it.
I'm
You
supposed
want
to
to do
take one.
forensic pathology. What do you think about forensic pathology? That would be good.
Yeah?
Yeah, state of Texas needs a good forensic pathologist
Oh,
medical.
we got,
Susan
we
McAdoo.
got,
You really have to have a criminal mind,
we
though.
got Dr. Norton. She's the best.
Who?
Dr. Norton,
Norton.
Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah?
Probably one of the best.
You really have to have a criminal mind, though.
She's good. She's one
You
handle
have to
all
do
over.
criminal, you have to
You
do
have to
criminal.
think like a
court.
criminal.
Fort Worth. isn't it?
No.
me and you would be good.
Forensic pathologist in Fort Worth is based on Pier 1.
No, no, no.
What's the main one? Southwest?
She's over in Dallas. She's a private forensic pathologist.
She's the one that
She's not the coroner.
You reckon that's right?
She's considered the absolute
Where's my
expert
sister?
in
Have you been here all along?
baby
She's
center
been
and all
there
that
for
stuff.
Were you sitting there just then?
Yes,
She's
she
the one
was.
that said that
She's been there all the time.
Al, she just came in here and sat
No,
down.
she's been
She's been in
there.
there.
Maynard.
She's been sitting there for
Pier
hours.
1
Yeah.
was on the other side of the case where it was.
I've seen
I
her
love you so
a lot.
much. Would you give me a fresh cup of coffee?
She doesn't like her
Thank
one.
you so much.
One coming up.
No, she said that was a cop-out, that the lawyers would come into the courtroom and say that shaking baby in the mind of the jurors, they'd say, you remember picking the kid up doing this and playing with him, and that automatically, she said she just said to her hematologist, she blood force blood. That's what she said she did.
Do you think you can't pick up a baby and cause brainstem injury
Oh, yeah, you could.
by shaking it?
Yeah, you could, but
That's what happens when you put a wide receiver back there in the corner.
most of them, almost all of the ones we ever had subdural hematology.
To where they had blunt force, like hit against the door frame or something?
Yeah.
Anybody else
Door
want some call
frames are so
too?
common.
But it wouldn't countercoup
That's
the
awful
Tim.
fancy
You can have
cup there.
counter coup, but
But just
counter
with
coup,
open trauma.
counter coup